Hello guys, you're welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to go through creating a terrain and environment in Unity. And the first thing you do is create your terrain, your landscape, where you put all your documents, all you put your designs. So in doing that, we'll go to game object. From game object, you scroll down to 3D object. And that 3D object, you go straight to terrain and click on terrain. After clicking on your terrain, you can see your terrain is quite large, it's quite big for this program. So what we'll do basically is to go down and modify our terrain by going to this last wheel, and we'll go down to resolution. Resolution, you can see you have 500 for the width and 500 for the height. We make 200, we make it into 200, and the length should equally be 200. So that will be kind of moderate and good for our program. And you click on OK. So coming down to your terrain, you can see your terrain is manageable. It's not too big, it's not too large. Right. And the second thing you do, though I've done it already, you go to your asset and go straight to import package. Under import package, you're going to bring an environment. Click on environment to import it here. It will take a little while because I've done it already, and I have it here as my standard asset. So after downloading, it will come straight into your project panel, where you see your standard asset. And under standard asset, you see environment, utility, you see cross-platform, you see standard asset. So it's the environment we're going to use basically. After doing that, you save your scene. I save my scene with the name terrain design. It depends on what you want to use it for and the name you choose to use to give it. So after doing that, we'll go straight into our brushes. These are our brushes under the inspector panel. Right, you click on, let's use the first button, the first brush. And having your first brush, you click on the first, then you start creating your mountains. As you can see, by clicking, all your mountains are coming up. The mountains are quite big in size. Yeah. So you see how your mountains are coming out. Pan round. Yeah. If you preview what you've done so far in the game object game view, you see it's quite white. You need to like change it into kind of get the color you want it to have. After doing that, these are brushes that you use in designing your mountains. Right. Then you come to the brush here, where you now go into edit texture. Edit texture and add texture. Add texture will now pop up, bring up a dialog box here, name add texture. You go to the right one, which will tell you add video, smart, and click on it. So you have different grasses, different terrain description that you choose to use, which will really bring out the beauty of what you're doing. So in that case, we're going to come over and click. For the sake of it, you're going to click on anyone you feel like, so as to see how it comes out. And yeah, so can you see what we've done so far? So the terrain is looking colorful. Then we go to game view and to preview it. It's quite distant away. If you want to like bring it closer again, you have to like look for your camera. Click on the camera and then choose on the direction, which is Probably you go on X, maybe you make it 30 for you to be able to to see where things are good enough. Unity has a package for us to see what we have, the preview of what we're doing. So maybe you give it a 15, right? Then for this, you probably maybe give it, let's see what 50 will give us, 5. Yeah, we can go and preview what we have. Then you can preview everything in by going to play. When you click on your play button, yeah, you can see what we've done so far. Then click back on it again and maybe go over and look for your trees to add. So in adding your tree, you come over to this list and you can see what you have, edit trees. Then click on it, add tree, right? Then you see this dialog box telling you to add trees. Then non-game object. You click on this tiny cycle bar and then you look for the tree you want to use. You can see some are palm, some are well, but the one we use basically is let's give a shot with the palm and see how it will come out. Right. So you click on the palm, then say add. Yeah, you can see your palm coming out here. I need to ask your mass, all this, then the brush. Let's go further and adjust our brush. We don't want to have a thick forest. We want to make it a little bit light, and for the density, these are the ones you probably will want to adjust. So after doing that, come over to our terrain. Our brush is still quite big. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, so you can see our palm tree are already planted. Can you see your palm tree among the rocky environment, rocky terrain, which make it look so beautiful? So this is how you create your terrain in Unity. The next tutorial will create water, will make how water will be in our terrain. Good to have this terrain around you and it looks so beautiful. But thank you for watching this tutorial. I'm going to go come back for more of our tutorials, which will make it much more simpler and easier. Next, we'll create water and plant on shrubs and the water and paint it. Thank you. I'm Bas from Creative Coders. Good designing. Wish you good designing. Thanks.